with meteorologist Alan Shoemaker.
A little windy out there today. Strong winds possible through this afternoon. They'll start to decrease more toward the evening hours, but a warm and windy day across the valley. Now, we are still going to be kind of breezy tonight, but as we lose some of the wind, we pick up storm chances and rain chances overnight. And I think especially toward midnight or later, there is even a small risk of a severe thunderstorm we'll talk about here in a minute. But then behind it, the winds pick up again tomorrow. I think tomorrow is a much cooler day. It's not going to be feeling warm. It will be a chilly morning when you wake up compared to today, and some gustier winds around tomorrow morning and afternoon, but should die off in time for any evening activities tomorrow. Most of the valley windy, but the windiest part where the wind advisory is in effect are the coastal counties, Kennedy, Wilson, and Cameron counties until 2 p.m. The gusts to about 40 miles per hour, maybe slightly higher than that once in a while. But overall, I think after 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., the winds kind of start to fade away a little bit more toward sunset. Current wind gusts you see at 40 miles per hour in Harlingen and Raymondville, 36 in McAllen, 39 in Brownsville. And again, we look at the graph here, the wind speeds without the gusts, which would be up here, but the wind speeds about 20 to 25 or almost 30 miles per hour right now tend to slowly decrease a little more through about 5 p.m. and then drop off more tonight as the cold front gets closer. But once that front passes, they'll start to pick back up again, I think, towards sunrise tomorrow. And it's going to be just about as windy in some areas tomorrow morning and early afternoon. The cold front is right across Texas right now. You can kind of see over the last 12 hours, the front started about right here and has been making its way to the south fairly quickly. So now it's right here where I drew the line. West of this front, where the cold air is in, there's actually some snowflakes flying around El Paso and the mountains of West Texas. And that gives you an idea that there's some chilly air behind the front. We won't really get much of the really cold stuff, but we do have a chance of some thunderstorms tonight. The severe weather outlook overnight tonight, this is hail, or this is winds, this is hail, this is the flooding and the tornado threat, all fairly low. If anything slightly higher, generally the hail and the wind threat may come up a little bit. This would be mostly toward probably about 11 p.m. or later, very late tonight, if the cold front coming in is able to spark a line of thunderstorms as it gets closer to the coastal areas, especially overnight. So again, watch out for what could be some thunderstorms kind of moving west to east across the area late tonight. FUTURETRACK shows windy weather ahead of the front and mostly sunny skies this afternoon, gusts near 40 miles per hour. Then you see by between about 8 and 11 p.m., maybe a couple showers try to form. The actual cold front kind of moving into the valley slowly at first, and will get pushed across the area overnight. But you see along that front, say from about 11 p.m. to about 3 or 4 in the morning, there could be some thunderstorms trying to build up along the front. So that's why there is a risk of storms and maybe a severe thunderstorm in 1 or 2 spots. Behind it, though, we clear out quickly in the morning. We may have a shower through about 8 or 9 in the morning in a few areas, but after a windy morning, a cooler day tomorrow, I think temperatures may have trouble staying even in the low 60s. And then tomorrow night, the winds die off. So by midnight, when the new year begins, we're talking about temperatures again for the stroke of midnight, probably getting a little chilly, but with a lot less wind. So your late night forecast tomorrow night, near 48 degrees at the stroke of midnight, and then back in the 60s for a high on New Year's Day. And the first 1-5 AccuWeather 7-day forecast, 80s today, but only low 60s tomorrow. Gusty winds return again tomorrow. Should be primarily a dry day with clearing skies. And then Friday is a chilly start to the day, upper 30s in the morning in some areas, but upper 60s in the afternoon with less wind and some sunshine. There's a tiny chance, it's even looking smaller and smaller, of maybe a shower early Saturday morning. But most of the weekend to start off 2021 is looking fairly sunny and nice. We'll track your weekend in more detail coming up, too, in your first 1-5 forecast later this hour.